Good morning, everybody. I have my friend the bear with me today because the stories we're going to tell are about bears. When we do things and we think about bears, you think bears are always hungry. They're always looking for food. So I'm going to start today's program with a bear snack. And the first thing I'm going to do is change the camera so that you can see what we're doing here. And it's the kind of thing that you might like to fix after story time, because it's just got some things that you would have around the house. We're going to turn this little piece of bread into a bear snack. And these are kind of little play along activities that I like to come up with. So if you're doing a story, there's something that you can do afterwards. Now, I just put some peanut butter on my bread. So if you have some peanut butter and a slice of bread at home, you can make a bear snack sandwich, maybe for lunch, maybe after story time. A little bit of peanut butter, and if you're allergic to peanut butter, you could do just plain old butter and a little bit of cinnamon on it to make it look brown like a bear, or you could use something like Nutella. So there, I spread my peanut butter on. Now, how am I going to make this look like a bear? Right now, it just looks like a regular plain old piece of sandwich. Well, I have a banana. So we're going to open up the banana. And yum. This is smelling really good. You know, I didn't eat breakfast today, so I might just have to eat. So what I'm going to do is cut off a few pieces of bananas. Whoops. Yeah, a few pieces of bananas. And stick those on for ears. Okay, and then a bear nose right in the middle. Is it looking more bear-like? I hope so. All right, so then the bear needs a little nose, right? Oh, he's missing some eyes. I got a nose, and those are supposed to be ears, but if those are supposed to be ears, I am missing some eyes. So I'm going to move this banana down just a little bit. And another 2 slices of banana for some eyes. Bear eyes. And bear eyes. There we go. Bear eyes. Bear ears. And to make those eyes look like they're looking at you, another little chocolate chip right in the middle. And now he looks like he's winking. One eye open, one eye closed. There we go. And there you have it. Does he look like a bear? So then you can eat him for lunch. Pretty cool. So we're going to move that. And then we're going to get right into telling a story. I'm going to move my camera again. There's all kinds of great bear stories out there. And one of my favorite is how the bear lost his long tail. Why the bear has a short tail nowadays. You know, when you take a look at some Big Dipper legends, it's Ursula Major, the great bear. And if you follow the dots on the Big Dipper, that long handle of the Big Dipper is his tail. So apparently bears used to have really, really long tails, but most bears now, little shorty, stubby tails. So here's the story about how the bear lost his long tail. And Tom has a picture of a really crazy looking bear that he's going to put up and show us. And it's got the longest tail I've ever seen on a bear. Isn't that silly? It looks like he's part bear and part squirrel. But this is the story of how the bear lost his tail. Okay, so a long, long time ago, there were only animals in the world. Only animals. And there were birds, and there were bears, and there were deer, and there were mice. Everything but people. You know, bears, deer, mice, everything but people. And they all spoke the same language, so they could talk to each other. And that was kind of nice because they told each other stories, they played tricks on each other, they helped each other. And it was a great time to be around all the animals. And one day, it was wintertime, and Bear was hungry. You know, Bear was hungry, so he was walking through the woods, and it was right before the time when it was time for the bears to hibernate. So he was trying to get a big meal before he'd go into hibernation. He was walking through the snow, and he came to the edge of the lake, and he saw Otter sitting out on the ice by a hole with a big pile of fish. So Bear went walking out there and said, "Hey, Otter, that's a great big pile of fish. How did you get them fish?" He just wondered. He was so hungry. He wanted a pile of fish for himself. So Otter said, "Well," and Otter was thinking, before he answered, he was thinking, Bear, everybody knows that you have a long tail, and you're so proud of that tail. You keep flipping it around and showing everybody what a great tail you have. This was what Otter was thinking. I think I'm gonna play a trick on you. So instead of giving Bear a straight answer, how Otter would go down through the hole and hunt underneath the water and grab a fish and come up, doing all that hard work of catching the fish, he said, "Well, Bear, here's what I do. I stick my tail down in that hole and I wiggle it around, and then the fish swim around and they bite onto my tail, and then I flip up my tail and the fish comes flipping up on the ice, and then I catch lots of fish that way." And Bear thought, "Oh, wow, that sounds really easy. That sounds really fun. Can I do that too?" And so Otter said, "Yes, I know. I'm all done fishing for today. I have enough fish. You can use my hole, and use it as long as you like." So Bear sat down on the ice and stuck his tail down into the hole. And I think Tom has a picture to show you of that too. It's a good one. There, there he is. He's sitting down on the cold ice with his long, almost funny-looking squirrel tail down in the hole in the ice, and he's gonna wait for some fish. And he waited, and he waited, and he waited, and he wiggled his tail every once in a while, but the fish didn't seem to notice it. They didn't pay one bit of attention to it at all. But he kept waiting. He was hopeful. He thought, well, if Otter can catch that many fish, so can I. So every once in a while, he'd wiggle his tail, and wiggle his tail, and wiggle his tail, but no fish. No fish bit onto his tail, so he couldn't flip any out onto the ice. And he was getting colder and colder and colder because it was starting to get towards evening, and it was freezing. So he decided, oh, I've had enough of this. So he tried to flip his tail out of the ice, but it wouldn't move, because while he was sitting on the ice all day and into the evening, the hole froze shut, and it froze his tail right down into the ice. And he pulled, and he pulled, and he tried to get his tail out of the ice, and he tried, but it wouldn't come out. So finally, with all his might, he went, "Oh!" and he pulled, but his tail didn't come out. It broke off. And so now bears have short tails. And the moral of that story is, don't believe everything that otters tell you. They're playful. Anyway, so that's a story. It's kind of a Michigan kind of story because it's from the Ojibwe tribe. And it's one of my favorites. So that's one of the bear stories that we're going to tell today. Another story is a bear hunt. Have you heard of the bear hunt song? It's kind of like that. We're going to go on a bear hunt. Are you ready? So if you were going on a bear hunt, what would you pack up? I think I'd pack some of my snacks. Maybe I'd pack my bear sandwich snack. I don't know. I think I would pack something like that, because you get really hungry when you go on a bear hunt. And let's see, maybe I would pack something just in case it rained or snowed. I don't know. Well, so let's go on a bear hunt, and I'm going to teach you part of the song because I want you to do the motions with me. So The first part is like this. Ka-choo, choo, 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 ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. We're stepping along, we're walking down the trail, we're going on a bear hunt. So do that with me. Ka-choo, choo, 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 ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. Okay, and we always repeat part of the song. It goes like this. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. So show me with your arms. We're gonna catch a big one. And then, you know, it's a really beautiful day. So it's a beautiful day. And we're not scared. And then we're gonna go through some grass and we're gonna go swimming. So I want you to do all of these motions with me. And we're gonna go through some mud. Can you make a splishy sound? And we're gonna go into a dark forest and we're gonna stumble and trip and stumble and trip. So you can do that too. Just repeat all the actions that I do. So here we go. Are you ready to go on the bear hunt? All right. Ka-choo, choo, 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 ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. We're walking down the trail. Ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Uh-oh. Grass. Long, wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Shoo, 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 shoo. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. We're through. We're going on a bear hunt. Ka-choo, 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 ka-choo. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Oh no, a river. I have a river today. Woo! I don't have any water. A river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We're gonna have to go through it. Woo! Swishy swashy, swishy swashy, swishy swashy, swishy swashy, swishy swashy. Through the river, through the river, through the river. A deep, cold river. And then, ka-choo, choo, 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 ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. We're walking down the trail. Choo, 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 choo. Oh no! Mud! Thick, ooey, gooey mud! Woo! I have mud today. Oh, thick, ooey, gooey mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We're gonna have to go through it. Thick, ooey, gooey mud. Oh, we're through. Keep on going. Choo, 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 choo. Oh no! We came to a forest. A deep, dark forest. Wow. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We gotta go through it. We're gonna get through the trees. Stumble, stumble, trip. Stumble, tumble, trip. Stumble, stumble, trip. Stumble, tumbles, trip. And we're through. Ha. Choo, 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 choo. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. Oh, we're not scared. We're not scared at all. Oh no, a snowstorm. What? Now we've come to a snowstorm? Oh, we can't go over it. We can't go under it. We're gonna have to go through it. Snowstorms make a lot of noise. Whoosh, whoosh. Can you make noise with me? Whoosh, whoosh. Oh, shoo. Ka-choo, choo, choo, choo. We're through it. We're through that snowstorm. Ka-choo, choo, 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 choo. We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. We're not scared. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. It's a cave. We've come to a cave. What do you think is in the cave? We're going on a bear hunt. We're gonna catch a big one. It's a beautiful day. We're not scared. We're going into the cave. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. We gotta go in it. Tip, toe, tip, toe, tip, toe. Oh no! I see one wet nose. See that wet nose? One wet nose. Two big ears. And two shiny eyes in that cave. Oh no! It's a bear! We better run! Back the way we came. Ready? Tiptoe, tiptoe, run. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Back through the snowstorm. Whoo! 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 Back through the mud. Run, 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 run. Through the mud, we're through. Okay, but here comes the bear. Oh no, he's following us. Through the river. Swim, 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 splish, 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 splish. We forgot the forest. We forgot the forest. Stumble, stumble, trip. Stumble, stumble, trip. Stumble, stumble, trip. Stumble, stumble, trip. Then back through the river. Swim, 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 swim. In the grass. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swish. There's our house. Back to open the door. Run inside. Go up the stairs. Do, 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 do. Oh, no, we forgot to shut the door. Back down the stairs. Do, 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 do. Shut the door. Back up the stairs. Do, 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 do. Back to my bedroom. Back in my bed and hide under the blankets. And the bear is outside the door. And I'm not going on a bear hunt anytime soon. And that's the end of our bear hunt song. I've got snow all over my computer. All right, well, I hope you had fun with that. I made a couple of mistakes. We forgot the forest, but that's okay. Maybe we went around it at that time. I hope you liked that story and that story song. And right now we're gonna do a bear craft. I'm gonna change my camera so you can kind of build a craft along with me today. And I'll show you some of the supplies that we have. Well, we're all done. You know, maybe you want to eat your snack, but we'll do some of the other supplies that I have. We are going to make a board that will show where we went on the bear hunt. So I'm going to start with a paper bag because I need something to cut apart and put my bear hunt picture on. So I'm going to take and cut down the side of my paper bag because I need a really big piece of brown paper. Now I'm cutting my bag apart. I use paper bags a lot. And there, I don't need the whole paper bag. I only need part of it. So that's what we're going to start with as our base. So where did we go first? What did we encounter first when we went on the bear hunt? Was it grass? Yeah, it was grass. So I need some green construction paper, or if you have paper that you can color with markers that's green, you can use that too. So I'm going to cut off a strip of paper for our grass that I'm going to glue onto my paper bag. Now you're also going to need a glue stick and some scissors and colored paper or paper that you can color green, maybe some white paper and some green markers. So now I'm going to cut some grass. Because that's the first thing that we went on and we had to go through when we were on the bear hunt. And I'm cutting grass, clip, 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 all the way across my strip of green paper. And remember the sound that it made? Swish, swash, swish, swash through the grass. So then I'm going to put that on my big, with some glue stick right across on the paper bag. Okay, so I'm gluing down the grass. So what is the next thing that we went through? Whoops, can you see the grass there? There's my grass. The next thing we went through was a river. So if you have some blue paper or something like some white paper that you can color with the little blue waves, cut another strip right across with my blue paper. I'm sort of doing a wavy strip now because, you know, rivers are like that. They have little waves. And I am going to put that on my piece of brown paper bag because there's the river. First we went through the grass, then we went through the river, and if you like to add a little texture, you can cut up other pieces of blue strips of something, or you can use your markers to make it a little bit more textured. So I'm going to put some glue here. I just happen to have another color blue pieces of paper, or you can color some with markers and stick that onto your picture, and it's starting to look like a wavy river. You went swoosh, splash, swoosh, splash through the river. I got through that on our way along the bear hunt. One more piece of paper, there we go. Stick it there. Okay, so where did we go next? Well, mud. We went through the mud. So I'm gonna cut some brown for my mud. Actually, I could probably use my mud that I had during the story, but that would be very, very messy and it wouldn't dry. So I'm gonna make some mud here with a brown strip of paper, a little glue stick on there, and stick that down. And I'm gonna make it look a little bit more muddy by using my brown marker and making some swirls on my brown piece of paper that look like mud. Remember when we went through the mud, we went. All right, so we have grass, swish, swash, swish, swash, and the river, splash, swish, splash, swish, and mud. Okay, then, then we went into the forest. So I cut another piece of green that I'm going to put down for us because trees are green. And I'm going to stick that there. But I can't really see the trees. So I have a darker piece of green right here. And I am going to, whoops, that's my blue. I have a darker piece of green right here. And I'm going to cut a strip so it's easier first. And then I'm going to cut some triangles for trees. Some pine trees. Does that look like a pine tree? I think so. There's a pine tree. And it was a deep, dark forest that we went through. And there was lots of branches, and we stumbled and we tripped, and we stumbled and we tripped. And we went through the pine trees, and we stumbled and we tripped. And there are my pine trees. Oh, my pine trees, they look like triangles right now. They don't have any trunks on them, so I better do this. Put some trunks on my pine trees with my There we go. With my marker. Now it looks more like a forest. What do you think? Yeah, we'll get this out of the way. So we stumbled and we tripped through the forest. We went swishing, sloshing through the grass, swimming through the rivers, through the mud, and stumbling and tripping through the forest. And then, oh, we went through a snowstorm. So if you have a white piece of paper, you can make a snowstorm. Or if you have a white crayon, which I don't happen to have right now, you can make a snowstorm. So what I'm doing is just cutting a snowstorm on my white sheet of paper. There we go. We went through a snowstorm. We did. And I am going to glue that down. And if you want to, you know, white is snow. It was a whirling, swirling snowstorm. I am going to make some snowflakes on my snowstorm just by doing some lines that cross each other in kind of a circle. There, does that look like a snowstorm? Yeah, all right. Then we came to the cave. The gloomy, dark cave. And I'm gonna just use the edge of my paper there because what was in the cave? That's where the bear was, right? So I'm gonna put a bear in my cave. And to do this, I'm gonna kind of draw with my scissors. What shape is a bear head? Well, it's kind of like a triangle that's rounded. So maybe I'll draw it first so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to draw a triangle that's got round corners. You don't have to draw this first if you don't want to, but so you can see what I was doing. There you go. Now that is a big bear head, so I might cut that a little smaller. But that's what I mean by a triangle that's rounded. I'm gonna cut my bear head out. I'm gonna make it a little smaller because it's gotta fit on my page. And you can kind of experiment around with what you're gonna do. And there he is. All right, and so I'm gonna glue my bear head onto the paper. And there, he's in the cave. Now, what did that bear have? He had a wet nose. And he had some ears. Oh wait, part of a bear's nose looks like this. There we go. Bear's nose. There we go. Now, oh, he had 2 ears on his head. So let's give that bear some ears. And I think I'm going to give him orange ears just for fun. So it's really colorful. So does that look like a bear ear? Yeah, it does. Up there into the snowstorm. Oh, I think this might turn out to be a koala bear. So that's ear number 1. And I'm going to kind of make another oval on my paper. You can draw these first if you like. Or you can, there we go. Or you can just cut with scissors. I do that a lot. And I'm sticking it on there. So the bear had a big wet nose, 2 ears, and the last part of our song was 2 googly eyes staring right at you out of the cave. So there we go. Googly eye 1, googly eye 2. There we go. My bear in the cave. Ah! And I gotta run back home and hide under the blanket and go on a bear hunt another day. So there's our bear hunt craft. And it shows where every place we went. Grass, river, mud, forest, snowstorm, and bear in the cave. And there we are. So I'm gonna change my camera back again. And the bear can say hi. Except I've lost him. He fell on the floor while I was doing that crap. There he is. Two googly eyes. Grrrrrrrr. Hope you enjoyed today's stories.
All right, well, thanks for leading us on that bear hunt, Ann, and telling us stories and showing us how to do those cool crafts. That's a really fun story map, and you can make your own up too. You can come up with different layers and create whatever you want. So I hope that you join us again a week from today. We're going to do Let's Create a Story again at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow is Friday, so we're going to do First Step Science. We're going to be creating scientific tools and learning about the world. And then on Tuesday, just like we do every Tuesday, we're going to do Get Crafty. So we're going to get messy and create something cool that you can hang up or show around. So those are all at 11 o'clock. And if you want to join us live, just go to www.greatlakeskids.org/news-events. All the links are there, and all of the information on what you need to bring is right there in those documents. So you can join us live and you can do these hands-on activities with us. If you're interested in keeping programs like this on the air, we appreciate any donations that you're able to give. If you want to learn more about donating or find the link directly there, you can go to greatlakeskids.org/donate, and all the information is right there. So again, we hope that we see you next time, and until then, we'll say goodbye. Bye.